Hey guys, this is Christian here from Foreign, and today we're in my kitchen. A little bit of a update, a little bit of a story time, and a little bit of a mail opening. We've got mail. There's some parts I've been waiting for a minute, and they're here. So first things first, I wanted to post earlier this week. I didn't get a chance to because my car is currently at my dad's house, and my dad is currently in the hospital. So been a lot going on there, but December, November-ish of last year, I found a carbon fiber front hood on Facebook, and I wanted it. So my daughter and I drove out to get it, and we took back roads, so it took about 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer. And I swapped the guy my steel OEM hood because I'm in an EK sedan. I don't have room to transport two hoods, so I paid him, swapped him hoods. He helped me adjust it to where the stock hood latch would latch, and I had the holes for the hood pins, but my OEM hood didn't have hood pins, so I figured I'd just install them once I got home. So I didn't want it to take longer than it needed to, so I decided to take a different way home. I decided to take Route 22, and I will never drive on that road again. So I had the hood for about 10 to 15 minutes. I get on Route 22. I'm doing about 45 and a 55 because I don't want my carbon fiber hood to fail. And just last time that happened to me, the carbon fiber hood put a hole in my windshield. I didn't want that to happen again. So I get on Route 22, and there's a utility truck who's riding my butt, and there's cars pulled over on both sides of the road with their four ways on. It's a rain-snow mixture and pretty foggy. So I'm in the left lane. I get in the right lane to let him go by. And as soon as he goes by, in between us comes this big doe that just smacked my entire driver's side and destroyed my whole front bumper, my driver's side headlight, and my brand new carbon fiber hood. So luckily there was a police officer behind us that was in the process of helping two other people that had just happened to, and he was kind enough to give me police handcuff wire ties that I was able to put through the holes of my hood pins to secure the front of it down. It knocked both my hood latch bolts from the driver's side of my hood, and it left one bolt in the passenger side of my hood. So I drove the whole way home with two police wire tie hood pins and one bolt holding down my hood hinges on the passenger side. So I got it home, and I ended up taking the carbon fiber Eva hood that I had from my wide body SI, and I also ended up taking the headlights from it. I knew I wanted to do the 96 to 98 front end on one of them, but I thought it was going to be the wide body Civic. I changed my mind. I'm going to do the 96 to 98 front end on my EK sedan and the 99 to 2000 front end on my wide body SI. So I was looking for fenders for a good minute. I found these vented fiberglass fenders, and you'll never guess where I got them from. Josh Messler from Speed Junkies got me the hookup with these 96 to 98 fiberglass fenders. I don't know if you've seen that. I got the template drawn because we're doing track light fenders. They put some very ugly holes in there from the aftermarket side skirts that they had on there. My EK sedan doesn't have a body kit on it or anything, so I thought that was pretty ugly. I didn't want to fix it with fiberglass, so I decided I'm just going to cut it off. And I always run 17 by 9s on all of my Hondas. These track light fenders will allow me to push the fender out from the body adjustably, like so. Got these off of Amazon. And all in all, it ended up being cheaper than buying brand new front fenders. So this part's going to attach to the outside of the fender. Um, this part's going to attach to the bottom like a normal fender, except for this. I'm going to have to drill a hole right there for that bolt and drill a hole right here and use 12 millimeter self-tapping bolts for that. So this part will sit on this part, and it'll allow me to adjust it as wide as I need to so that my wheels and tires don't hit my fiberglass fenders, because that would be bad. The next thing that we got that I've been waiting for the wide body SI. So from all the research that I've done, it looks like the track width of the rear of an EK is about 1 inch to 2 inches skinnier than the front. So I had to get adjustable toe and camber arms. So got my camber arms, got my toe arms, and these should be able to compensate for the axle width. If not, if it doesn't go as wide as I need it to, I can always use K-series axles and just switch the outers of the axles to my B-series. So these will allow me to be able to finally put the trailing arms on the car and get it back on the ground. It's currently up on 4 jack stands, as it's been for probably about 6 months now. I had to replace the entire floor. I got this car for dirt cheap, and I figured this will be the car that I start cutting up and seeing what I need to do about mounting the engine mid-engine, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I didn't spend that much, so I can just scrap it and get my money back. But fortunately, it's going to work. The whole floor is repaired, and it's currently ready to be set back down on the ground as soon as I put the rear trailing arms on. The last piece here that we got, this is a rare JDM part off of eBay. Came from Canada. I always put wide wheels, aftermarket steering wheel, LEDs on the inside, and steering wheel, LEDs, wide wheels. Oh yeah, and a system, I guess. I can't really drive a car without that. I feel weird when I get in somebody else's car that don't have any of those. It's not fun. So I always, oh yeah, and push button remote start. Gotta have push button remote start. I don't know, I've never had an ignition in any of my Hondas, because if you don't have the RFID chip in my key fob, then it's almost impossible to start my car unless you take the whole interior apart. And I've got a Beretta APX security system, so if you're in my car taking it apart for that long, it's not gonna be good. Don't do it. So this is going to be where my key fob lives. I'm going to have to relocate my dimmer switch for the headlights, and the other button's supposed to be a cruise control button. Obviously it's a 5-speed, so it's just a blank or a useless button. I'm going to utilize that button for something. I'm not sure if it's going to be for the LEDs or for something else, but I basically cut this part with the 2 buttons in it off of the stock driver's side vent, and I'm just going to relocate that into the driver's side kick panel below the steering column, so that I can use this. So we're going to install this. I got these fenders all sanded down, ready for paint, and I also need to stop down Messlers today because he has my 5858 precision turbo that I need. So um, gonna get those painted in primer, put on the track light fenders, pick up my turbo, and put my trailing arms on.